Hey people, good day everyone. BC Ojulo here on 7 unimaginable lessons in 7 years of being married to my superstar husband Olanrewaju Ojulo. Cha 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 cha. Okay, my lesson number 5. Do not allow your children to come in between the two of you. Hmm. Let me say it again. Do not allow your children to come in between the two of you. Do not allow your children to come in between the two of you. See, let me say something. I have seen couples come for counseling, and one of the major issues is the fact that we now have children. My wife doesn't have my time again. He has, is the children are now a major or main attention. They're taking her attention. They are the main focus. She has neglected me. They are not, and all things. And you see all those things, and you see the man is not happy, and the woman too is like, "Hey, are they not our children? Do I neglect them? They don't have, they can't think on their own. They depend on us and all those things." You're right. You're correct. But you know one thing: if care is not taken, if you don't know how to manage the situation when you start having children, this can cause drifting between you and your spouse. That's one. And if you don't allow your children to know that both of you are one, I mean one flesh, they might come in between the two of you and scatter the union if care is not taken. I've seen cases like that. Now let me start with an example. There is this my very close friend who has who is she talked about something that happened in their house. I think their child was 5 at that point. They wanted something, and so their dad said, they've gone to her and she told them, no, you can't have that particular thing. I think they can't have it now, or no, she will not give them. So their dad was around, and the next thing they went to the dad in the sense, said, "Dad, this," and the dad said, "What did your mom tell you?" And he said, "Mom said, no, no." Firstly, they told him, they said, "Dad, but you are the father now. What do you want us to say?" "No, what did your mom tell you?" It was in that process. The son, one of them, I think the first child just said, "Mommy said she can't give us," and the father now said, "That is it. You can't get it." And what's the next thing he heard shocked him to his marrows. One of their child just said, "But dad, you are the head of the family now. Are you not supposed to tell me to give us? Are you not supposed to use your power?" Trying to manipulate the dad. And they said at that point, it was a teachable moment for them. They just sat them on and he told them, "Come, I'm the head of this home, but not the head of the family. Myself and your mom, we are one. So when mom says no, dad is saying no too. When dad says yes, mom is saying no too. So if you have gone to one of us, you should know that it will still be the same thing from the two of us." And that buried the whole thing. What happened? They've been able to teach them a lesson, a life lesson. They need to understand that marriage is not, the man is not the commander and the chief of the armed forces of the family giving them trouble. Do you understand? And that was how they were able to, deal with that situation. And I've seen situations so where, in their own case, what happened was the fact that the woman thinking, the children depend. I mean, depend on me. I need to be there for them. So because you think they are dependent on you, because at that stage they are toddlers, and so for toddler it's total parenting. You're the one in charge of everything. You're neglecting your spouse. No, don't allow your children to come in between the two of you. And how can you do this? I told you I'll be teaching with these lessons as well. Number one thing is knowledge is very important. That's why you need to learn. And that's why at this point I will say it again. If you are a single person, please register for a premarital training program. Now we used to do private before. Now we're doing for the group. The group coaching will be starting. And instead of the 2 months, I wanted to run for 3 months. Yeah, so you'll be with myself, my husband, and other season people will be bringing in season coaches and different places will be bringing in to come and train you on how to have a peaceful marriage. So one of the things we'll be talking about is the fact that we're talking about pregnancy, before pregnancy, pregnancy, after pregnancy, your children, how to deal with children, interferences, how to, cope, children rivalry. It's a total package. Then we're talking about your expectations, your values, your system building alignment, and all of those things that can build a marriage. We'll talk about conversational intelligence. We're talking conflict resolution. We're going to be talking about a lot of things. And I said something to you in the first video. To the glory of God, I can't remember once myself and my husband has ever had the issue of that we've had the issue of we shouting at ourselves in this 7 years. So your own too can be blissful. But how is it like this for us? We learned. We learned as an individual, we learned together, we're still learning. And that's why I will tell you, Mega Marriage Summit. This is something that Pastor BC and Pastor Yomi they host every last Sunday of the month at Ikeja Living Spring Hall. 2 p.m. every last Sunday we are there. That's our monthly dose. Besides the one we get from them weekly, daily, and all, we get our monthly dose. Besides the fact that we read books, besides the fact that we watch YouTube channels, relevant things we do. Besides that, we go to all for others, and besides the fact that we, pay for programs. This is a monthly dose. So please, that's what I'm talking about. You having a mentor, this will help you because you would have learned things you didn't know about. If we didn't learn at that point, maybe me too. Not even for a day in this marriage as our children stood in between the two of us. It has never happened. It has never. God has really helped us in that area. Nothing like that. It has never happened. Why? Because we learned what works on time. And so we're using it. So please register for our premarital training. Register if you're a single, register. Even if you see, one I love, one of the persons that joined was here last year in a private session. The lady sent me a message in 2022. And the message was that my fiance that I came to teach on their platform, and so they feel they should come to. And she said the fiance want them in to register for marital, and she told him that there was a coach that came to our platform and da 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 da. That was how she contacted me. Do you know one thing? They were not ready to get married. They just wanted to learn, and so we went through it together. So you don't even have to be in a relationship before you learn. Learn for yourself. Learn for yourself. Learn for yourself. And I'm telling you, do you know the funny thing? The money for this premarital training is just shaking in money. It's not even up to, I don't know if it cannot bake your cake. It cannot bake your cake. With the situation of things now in Nigeria, with the situation of things now globally, it cannot bake you a cake. I mean, a good cake for just the engagement ceremony. So you should know that it's that affordable. So please come for premarital training. We'll teach you all these things. And not, one thing, when we teach, we don't leave you, we follow up as well. Even after you are done, we follow up. There is what we do too. We do post training. And one thing for me and my husband is that once you join our premarital training, your one time post training, which we do more often than after 3 months thereabouts, you come together again and we ask you how it's been and we give you some tips as well. Your post training is free and then you have access to us freely. So what are you still waiting for? Join the marital training and it will help you. So, number 5 lesson, do not allow your children to come in between the two of you. God bless you. Thank you for listening. I love you.